We've had a rash of mailbox theft recently, so let's swap out the standard mailbox with a locking one. I opted for the large Architectural Mailboxes Oasis 360 mailbox in white. I also opted for the mounting board. This one was suggested by the mail carrier, so I figure I'd give it a go. I'll put a link to this box in the description below. And this box is considerably larger than the existing one. Let's see. It's about 19.5 inches deep, 11 inches wide, and about 11.5 inches tall. And the box itself is made out of galvanized steel. Let's see, the locks are made out of stainless steel, and it appears to be powder coated both inside and out. And I like the magnet on the door, makes it easier to close. The box includes a set of directions and also some keys. Oh, actually, 2 sets of keys. And this mailbox comes with 2 access doors, one in the front. And it has a large rear access door, which is really nice if you live on a big street. And here's a standard size manila envelope filled with some documents. And it fits without issue. And here's a view of the bottom. Keep in mind there is a recessed area. Looks like it's about 7/8 of an inch deep. So it's about 3/4 of an inch deep here. And these holes are 10 inches apart, and these are 4 inches apart. All right, let's get to the install. And to replace out the mailbox, I'm going to be using a Phillips head screwdriver or a cordless drill with the Phillips bit. To make sure the new box is centered, I'm going to be using a tape measure and a speed square. Drill bits to drill holes for the new bolts. I'm going to be using these existing 5/16 bolts that I had in the garage washers. And although kind of extreme, I'm going to be using these lock washers. These bolts are 1/2 inch, so I am also going to use a 1/2 inch combo wrench and a 1/2 inch ratchet wrench. And finally, some numbers. These are reflective to put on the new mailbox. And the way the mailbox is secured is on the post itself, there's a piece of wood, and the mailbox itself is screwed on to this piece of wood. All right, there looks to be some paint here, so I'm going to score it to make the mailbox easier to take off. I'm going to do it on both sides. And next we're going to remove these 2 screws. You can now lift off the old mailbox. And as you can see, the new one is considerably larger than the old one. Looks like the old one could fit inside the new one. Well, that wasn't expected. Looks like we gotta trim the wood just a bit. And I'm going to make sure I leave a little bit of a gap between the post and the mailbox. And just make sure that you do the appropriate measurements to make sure it's where you want it. Next, we're going to mark the areas where the holes need to be drilled. Next, drill the 4 necessary holes. All right, so we opted to go with the 1.5 inch 5/16 bolts. We're going to go bolt, washer, and then on the bottom we're going to go washer, the locking washer, and the nut. And the 5/16 uses a 1/2 inch, so I'm going to be using a 1/2 inch combo and ratchet wrench. And we're just going to snug it down. Next, we're going to apply the numbers. So what I did was I spaced it out properly so that the numbers are centered. And then I'm going to wipe down the area with some isopropyl alcohol. All right, let's function check the mailbox. We got a standard size manila envelope, magazine, letter. All right, I've been very pleased with this locking mailbox. It's approved by the U.S. Postmaster General, has a limited lifetime structural warranty, and I'll put a link of this product in the description below. If you happen to like what you see, please consider clicking like and becoming a subscriber. Thank you.